my god, dude.
Dude, he ate our tent, man.
Camping is supposed to be peaceful until something out there decides it isn't. In these encounters, normal trips into the wild take a sudden, terrifying turn where escape isn't always easy. Because once the fear starts, the forest doesn't let go. These are 5 camping encounters that turn terrifying. Case number 1 on August 20th. 2017, the YouTube channel Adam Eater uploaded a video from a remote forest area deep in the wilderness, where a simple exploration slowly turned into something far more disturbing.
I did print out a topographical map, so I have a general idea of the elevations, creeks, streams, so I'll kind of know what I'll be doing here a little bit. But before, there was no way, unless you were going to hike 40 miles, there was no way really to access this part of the forest. But now that there's a logging trail there, we can at least get the vehicle a little deeper into the woods. We're actually on a logging trail right now. That's why it's a little bumpy here with the camera. But the logging trail we're on now is about 10 miles, and it's in a little bit here we're going to connect up with this new logging trail that they just cut. And that trail, according to my maps and whatnot, looks like it's about 15 plus miles into the woods, and then it's a dead end.
At first, everything felt normal. He drove down a long logging trail, going deeper into a place very few people had ever seen. The road ended, and he continued on foot. For a while, it was just another quiet hike. But then something changed.
I have not got much footage of this hike so far, and kind of the whole exploring thing here, but I ran into probably one of the scariest situations I've ever been in on a wilderness hike by myself. I ran into a pretty freaking aggressive black bear that totally threw me off course of my little map here. I probably didn't mention it on the way out here, but I am using Terrain Association to navigate on this little trek here. So my topo map, I'm using basically elevated spots to stay out of the swampy areas, and I was planning on doing one big loop to kind of survey the area and loop me back to the logging road where my car is parked. Well, halfway through, I run into this freaking black bear.
He suddenly admitted he had run into one of the scariest situations of his life. Up ahead, about 30 to 40 yards away, a black bear stepped out from the trees. At first, he did what anyone would do.
These black bear, they run off. They're very skittish, but this guy stood up on his hind legs and started sniffing the air in my direction, which is not what you want them to do. So I started making more noise and started backing up the way I had come. Well, he started coming at me kind of towards the right and down into this kind of ravine area on the lower part of this terrain that I'm following. So instead of me being able to go right and pick up on the higher terrain where I left off to finish my loop, he basically cut me off, and I had to go essentially off my freaking map here. So probably won't be able to see this on camera. I'm sorry guys, my adrenaline is just up right now because
the bear kept moving in a way that forced him off his planned route. It pushed him away from the higher ground and into a direction he didn't want to go. He was no longer following his map. He was reacting to the animal, and he was now lost. With shaking hands, he tried to show his map, explaining how far off course he had been pushed. Around him was nothing but thick forest, over 1,000 acres with no trails, no people, and no quick way out.
It goes through here. I was going to do a loop, avoid this swamp, and come up back and try to catch these higher elevation spots here. Just do a loop in here. As you guys can see, there is nothing. This is all probably over 1,000 acres of just nothing. So I was going to do, it worked out to be a 5 or 6 mile, not a very long walk, but there's nothing back. It's just thick. There's no trails. So I was going to do a loop and come back to the logging trail, which is just here where I'm parked.
He decided to stop trying to follow the original plan. Instead, he used the sun and compass to move south, hoping to reach the logging road again. His voice was tense, and he kept looking around, as if expecting the bear to come back at any moment.
All right, so I'm gonna get moving, guys. I'll check in in a little bit, okay? Motherfucker! Jeez. Yeah. Fucking hey, Jesus! Fucking. Fucker. Go, get it! Oh, fuck. Fuck. So, I'm pretty sure know where I'm at. I got good sun here, so I'm not going back the way I came. I'm going south, and I'll hit the logging trail, and I'm just gonna fucking walk the logging trail to wherever I parked, which should be fucking when I'm on the trail. It should be east of where I'm at right now. I'm not even gonna try to go back the way I came. Guys, I've fucking never had that happen before. I mean, I saw him, and then he was gone, and I was good to go, and I was kind of backtracking a little bit, but staying quite a distance from the way I came in. And then I fucking had a little fire, and then I fucking heard some shit, so fucking, you know, kind of packed up there, and then I thought it was just fucking the wind, so I was just taking my time, and then fucking I turn around and he's fucking there. So
Then he revealed something even more chilling. The bear had not just crossed his path, it had come back. At one point, he thought everything was quiet, but when he turned around, the bear was there again.
they're followed before on any hike. I mean, they're the fucking first. So sorry, guys. I was hoping to get some like scenic shots for you guys of some of just this terrain, which has been really nice back here and pretty. There's no fucking trails or anything to really walk on, so it's just been too thick to film. I fucking had my camera for some shots when I fucking saw that guy, so we'll see if there's any footage of that fucking fiasco. Oh fucking A, my adrenaline right now, guys. Oh my fucking God. Never had anything like that fucking happen to me. Okay, guys.
He said clearly that he had never been followed or stalked like that before, not once in all his years in the wild.
50 to 100 yards off from that logging road, unless I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're gonna keep trucking. We're gonna get to the logging road, and all I gotta do is turn east down the road, and we'll hit my my SUV up, and we'll drive out of here. I've got 2 minutes of battery left, so I guess I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I'll try to get you guys a little bit of footage when I get to the logging road, and just so you guys know, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Real quick, just in case there's no battery left when I get out. What happened today is like super rare.
After nearly an hour of walking, he believed he was close to the logging road. Every step sounded loud. Every movement in the trees felt like the bear might be returning.
This is just proof to everyone that says you don't need a gun in the woods. I fucking needed a gun today, and I scared that fucker off, and I have not seen him since. So I think a point got proven today. And if I just had bear mace on me, I fucking would not have felt safe at all. So I've been, you know, doing the bushwhacking shit for many years, and I've never felt that fucking scared in my life. So, all right, I'm gonna keep trekking. I'll try to save the last minute of this.
He explained how rare this behavior was. Black bears usually run away, but this one didn't. This one stayed, watched, and followed. Just when he thought he was close to safety, he stepped into a swamp. The ground gave way beneath him, slowing him down even more. Panic started to rise again, and then he finally reached the road. But even at the end, there was no relief in his voice, just shock. With that being said, let's move on to our second terrifying camping encounter for this video. Case number 2 on October 28th. 2025, the YouTube channel Connor Hobbs uploaded a video from the remote Dempster Highway in Canada where a normal road trip slowly turned into a dangerous survival situation.
And, well, I don't think we're going to make it to the Arctic Ocean on this trip. We are going to go on a mission up to the Arctic Circle. This is the last gas station for the next 500 kilometers. And here is my 1992 Toyota 4Runner. what an absolute weapon. World's most reliable car? Question mark? Will it start? Probably not. It's all dirt from here. Let's do it. Let's get in our stallion. Let's go.
He starts his journey from Dawson City, driving into the deep wilderness. The road stretches far ahead, covered in snow and ice. He jokes about his old truck, but there is already a small feeling that something might go wrong.
Guys, I'm so stoked for winter. I do love the snow. Woo! I love the crisp, cold air. So yesterday it was raining and today it dropped below zero, so the road is just covered in a freaking sheet of ice. Uh-oh, hope this guy's not broken down here.
Very quickly, the road becomes dangerous. Ice covers everything, and the truck slightly slips while moving. There are no other cars around, and no help anywhere nearby.
Beautiful. We're gonna have to find some wood for my wood stove that we're gonna camp in tonight. And I'm gonna try the campsite first, and if that fails, then we're gonna have to cut it down a tree before we run out of trees. I don't know how sparse trees get up in the Arctic, but I guess we're gonna find out. I think the gates for this campground stay open all year round. Look at how dirty the car already is. It's already covered in a thick layer of mud. That's why my pants are always filthy. All right, we've got 2 jerry cans of fuel here, and we're gonna fit a few logs on so that we have fire, wood for my stove. These are nice logs. All right, we got the load secured with the strap. Check it out. Let's go, let's keep going north. We're gonna lose the sun.
As he goes deeper, the place becomes very quiet. Snowy mountains and frozen lands stretch endlessly. He barely sees anyone. It starts to feel too isolated.
One of the reasons why I'm glad that there's snow on the ground and why I was hoping there would be is because I don't have a spare tire. And for this highway, you're supposed to have like 2 spare tires because the rock is so sharp up here, people get punctures. But I've got pretty big tires on, pretty big meaty off-road tires. And there's snow on the ground, so that's gonna smooth out most of the bumps and bury that hard, sharp rock. I really hope I'm not jinxing it. Check out how beautiful it is. It's really just setting in how remote we are right now. Probably about like 200 kilometers from the next station. I got half a tank of gas and I got another half tank up on the roof, so I'm not worried about that, but wow, we are far out here. I've only passed 2 cars.
Then he realizes something serious. He does not have a spare tire. Out here, even a small problem can turn into a big danger. He is very far from any help.
Holy, it's cold. Let's get changed first. The back window stopped working on my truck, so I got it stuck up, and now it's accessing everything from the side door. This is what's gonna keep us warm out here. This is brand new Amazon hot tent stove, and before we do anything, this thing's brand new, so it's got brand new paint on it. We need to start a fire inside this thing so that we can prime it up and burn off all that stinky.
Night comes quickly. He sets up his tent in cold weather. The wind is strong and everything feels unstable. Inside the tent is a little warm, but outside is extremely harsh.
Looks like brush that's already broken. These are the exhaust pipes. Okay, this is my new hatchet. Got off Amazon as well. I'm pretty excited about it. Oh. Break everything smaller. All All right, running out of patience for this, so we're just gonna use some good old-fashioned fossil fuels. Ooh. Woo! There we go. Here's our tent. Oh. Let's go find a place to set it up. Oh. We need this pole. There's one pole that holds the whole thing up, so. Got these pegs here. These big ones look like the ones we need. Kind of hard to see how it's gonna sit once it's set up, but. Oh, there's 2 doors on it, sweet. This is kind of a pain to set up. It's not quite right. All right, here's the tent. First impressions, it's quite difficult to get attention properly. That's, yeah, our first impression. Let's go check on our stove quickly. This is going decent. Welcome inside. It looks like the stove goes out through here. So I'm gonna set up my bed right where you guys are. Right here, I guess. Hopefully I can get that thought out. Tons of space. Let's go get the stove now. You don't want to get smoked out right away, so we're glamping. We're fully glamping right now. Ah! Woo! Ah! Just hit the axe right into a nerve. I'm an idiot. I'm an outdoorsman, I swear. I just reorganized the truck a bit. Now it's starting to get pretty dark, so we're gonna lock it up. Well, unfortunately the fire died. This thing is so cool. I'm freaking stoked. I think I'm gonna be pretty toasty in here. For dinner, I've got some bread and I've got some steak.
Morning brings a blizzard. He melts snow for water and prepares to move again. His truck struggles to start, and the cold is affecting everything.
Have some breakfast, then we'll hit the road. We're still 100 kilometers away from Eagle Plains, which is crazy. How much do we think it's snowing outside? Bit of a blizzard out here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We're gonna get some wood chopped. I shouldn't have left this here. Oh my god, I can't believe how dark it is. It's still fully pitch black. We are gonna cheat a little bit here. Gonna get this pot of water going. It's the only way to get water out here right now is to melt it. Looks like we're fully just in a blizzard today. We've got some blueberries. Let's head back into our tent. Oh my gosh. So nice and warm in here. Almost got the water boiling. We're gonna make some pancakes for breakfast. Trade those. Chefing it up. Water here. Hell yeah. Oh, just a little bit. Oh.
While driving, the truck begins to have problems. There are strange sounds, fuel becomes a concern, and stress increases. At one point, he almost runs out of gas in the middle of nowhere.
The power steering pump sounds pretty awful. It's just low on fluid. Damn. It almost didn't start there. I think that it's just, I don't know what's going on with the battery. The battery was dead when I got back to the truck, but it should be charged after yesterday's drive. That pump is really screaming. Good thing I got some power steering fluid. Still whining pretty good there, but it was running for a while pretty dry. That's probably why the truck had problems starting there. Nah, these motors are freaking good. This 3.4 motor is engine swapped into this 1992 truck, and it's out of a 1997, and it's way better than the junk that they had before, the 3-liter. Let's go. Let's get in our rig, our Arctic Rover. Get in the truck, holy. Let's go. Holy. All right, it's nice and warm in here. The heater's working enough. I think if it was minus 30, I'd be pretty cold, but right now I'm pretty happy. Road is covered in a layer of ice, so you gotta down gear and go pretty slow downhill. I've passed one truck so far. Oh my god, look at my hair. We're officially low on gas. Just pulled over. It started misfiring a little bit above 2,000 RPM, but I think that might be the battery cable coming back off, or because we're so low on fuel. So let's put some fuel in it and pop the hood. I better actually tighten that down. All right, that shouldn't go anywhere. We just ran out of gas. Hopefully that didn't just fuck us. We're pretty close to Eagle Plains, so this like half full one should get us there. Should fire up, no problem, hopefully. Let's get.
He reaches the Arctic Circle, but the conditions are very extreme. Strong winds and freezing air make it clear that going further is too risky. He decides to turn back. Suddenly the ice breaks. The truck drops into freezing water. He immediately understands how serious the situation is. He is stuck and completely alone.
Oh, that wind is so cold. It's like 100-kilometer-hour winds right now. Woo-wee. All right. It's so cold, yeah! The Arctic Circle. Holy crap. Ah! Ah! It's so cold. Yeah, we're really out here now. Oh boy. We're just gonna hit the NWT border. The Northwest Territories! Oh yeah. The Northwest Territories. Woo! I just lost power to the gauges. The gauges in the heater. Probably just a fuse, but I don't know if I should check it now or what I should do. It's gonna get cold in here pretty quick. no. Oh my God, guys, we really just fucked up. No.
He tries to pull the truck out using ropes and a simple setup tied to a tree. His hands are cold, the ground is wet, and nothing works properly. The truck does not move.
Oh man, I'm so dumb. How am I gonna get myself out of this one? Couldn't have one thing go fucking right. I needed something exciting to happen, and something exciting has definitely happened. We're in the middle of nowhere! We're hundreds of kilometers away! On the frame right here. Man, that was really, really dumb. We're gonna get those two on there like that with the carabiner. So now, we gotta find something that we can anchor this off of. That's fucked up, man. That's my fault. Again. This is what happens when you're a dumbass. People say it's easy to be dumb. Alright, so we've got a couple slings running to this tree here. This is gonna be my first. Oh, pull it the other way, and then we'll go connect it over here again. Okay, run it back to the tree again, and then we'll have a 4, maybe a 5 to 1. Okay, we got it going back and forth a few times. Let's try pulling on it. So my system was binding on itself in here, so I need to add multiple anchor points. This is fucked up. It's kind of working. It's like self-tensioned right now. This is fucked up, man. I'm gonna try to get the axe out.
After some time, another driver passes by. He asks him to send help. The driver leaves and he is alone again.
I'm gonna have to flag somebody down. This guy's stopping, oh boy. I fucked up, man, I'm stuck over there. I broke through some ice. Yeah, I know. Could you tell somebody in the next town? I need a winch or something, like a come along or something. Yeah, it's sunk into the back, broke through some ice. All right, thank you. Okay. All right, he's gonna call in the squad.
He starts breaking ice by hand, trying to free the truck. Water has already entered parts of the vehicle. His gear gets wet, and the cold becomes harder to handle.
See? That's the ground there. Oh. So, I'm gonna chip out a path backwards. Maybe we can back it up. My ship, I'm like Shackleton. I'm just like Shackleton. Ran my ship aground in the Arctic. Stuck in the ice. How deep is it there? See, that's how deep it is, just the head of the axe. This guy just came down here, left me a chain, but his truck's not big enough to yank me out, so I'm gonna set up a little base there, keep chipping out this ice so that I could just get yanked back with the chain, hopefully. We gotta get everything out of here that we need. Oh my God, the back is fully wet. This is dry actually, which is very important. We better get a shelter going, because who knows how long until the next truck comes. Frozen ground this time. Get through the frost here, so this chain is gonna work as one of my anchors, hopefully. My ship! No! Look, I'll show you where the water is. So the fuel tank, luckily, is right here under this. So I don't know if that's wet. Everything back there is wet. You can see the water line there. So I'm gonna try to pull everything out. Woo! Well guys, it's not exactly how I was planning on my day going. My ship. There's nothing you can do but laugh, I guess. Good night, baby. Hopefully the fuel tank isn't full of water. And we can get it out tomorrow. Alright guys, check out the setup. We got the stove going. We've got a peace offering for any wolves that might come this way. They'll go for the canned food first, right? Now that's just there to hold down the outside of the tent so it doesn't flap around and so air doesn't just waft up into it. And inside, oh, it's nice and warm in here. We've got all of my stuff, as you can see, lots of moisture. We've got some stuff hanging up that was sopping wet. We've got some hot water. I gotta boil that because I pulled that out of the swamp that I'm sunk in. And we've got our sleeping setup over there. Ooh. Yeah, right there. Nice and cozy. So, I think I'm gonna close this door.
With no way out, he sets up camp next to the stuck truck. Wet clothes hang inside the tent. He boils dirty water just to drink. Everything feels uncertain. By now, everything has changed. This is no longer just a journey. Moving on to our third footage for this video. Case number 3 on March 31st, 2026. In the White Mountains of New Hampshire, the YouTube channel Metro on the Move premiered a video that started like a normal hiking trip, but slowly turned into something far more disturbing.
Alright guys, it looks like we have crossed from Vermont into New Hampshire. Guys, we crossed the bridge from Vermont into New Hampshire. We're heading into Lou's Bakery and Restaurant.
At first, everything felt calm. He had just crossed into New Hampshire and was moving through the trail like any other day. The forests were quiet, the air was warm, and nothing seemed wrong. But small signs started to appear.
Alright guys, we're coming up on Velvet Rocks Shelter. The very first shelter we've seen in New Hampshire.
He talked about bugs, heat, and how harsh the trail was getting. It didn't sound scary, but it showed something important. The environment was already uncomfortable, almost hostile.
Bug spray or some sort of bug repellent. Because it is real out here, dog. Moose Mountain, South Peak. And it's blistering. Oh my God.
Later, he reached the top and set up camp early. He mentioned the flies, the heat, and how he wanted to hide inside his tent. It felt like he didn't want to stay outside for long, as something about the place felt off.
But the flies are everywhere, so I'm probably gonna eat my food and dive into my tent a little sooner than later. But here's my tent set up, letting stuff dry out.
The real tension begins. This wasn't just a random animal anymore. It had learned, it was watching. Then, only seconds later, everything breaks.
On that platform, but now we have the ability to set up our tents as they're supposed to be set up, so we're doing that now. But also, we're pulling all the food out of our bags. No chips, no snacks, everything has to go to the food box as soon as possible, or the bear box, I should say, because bear activity has been spotted. In fact, it was given to us as a warning. Sam, the caretaker, told us that a bear has been coming by at least once a week, and it's becoming an issue for those that are eating at the platform because the bear is actually becoming a little bit more aggressive. And if that happens, well, God forbid, he has to be put down. But again, just wanted to show you the tents being set.
Oh my God, dude.
Hey! Hey!
Oh my God.
Oh, there he is.
Get out of here, bear. There he is.
Hey!
Oh my God, dude.
Where's he at?
Dude, he ate our tent, man. Oh, yeah, baby.
There is sudden panic. He starts screaming. People are shouting, and then he sees it. The bear. It is already inside their camp. It doesn't just pass by, it goes straight for their gear. Just seconds before, they were calmly talking about safety. Then suddenly the danger was right in front of them. After this, the video continues like a normal hike again. Mountains, views, talking, walking. But something feels different.
Guys, this is crazy. Nesba Spring Hut. Pretty sweet. Alright guys, we're set up on the platforms. As you can see, it's a little bit more difficult, but AlphaGal always does a great job. Might need a little work. And in case you guys wanted to see my patchwork again, here's what the final product looks like. I'll come back and tell you what happens in a little bit. It's starting to rain.
And near the end, they find airplane wreckage deep in the forest. Broken metal, scattered parts. He says it looks bad, like no one made it out. It adds another strange layer to the journey. Like the trail keeps showing them things they were never meant to see.
Not look like any of these people are coming home for Christmas. This looks like this was bad. Let's see if we can get in over here. Watch your legs so you don't get cut up. Whoa. Wow.
In the end, this wasn't just a hiking video. It showed how quickly control can be lost in the wild. One moment he was setting up camp. The next, something was already there, watching, waiting, and not afraid anymore. Let's move on to our next camping encounter that turned terrifying. Case number 4, on May 25th, 2018, John is an outdoor lover who lives for nature and wild places. He is the creator of the Lost Lakes channel. He often shares adventures with his partner, Aaron. But years ago, he went out alone. One of those old videos stands out. It is short, quiet, and very intense. What happened that night carries an important warning for anyone who camps far from help.
Well, I am living every solo camper's nightmare right now. There appears to be an animal of some kind pacing around my tent. It's the middle of the night. I woke up at 3 a.m. and just couldn't sleep. And then around 3:30, I started to hear this pacing sound.
That night, John is alone inside a small tent. It is around 3 a.m. The forest is dark and silent. Then he hears footsteps outside. An animal is walking slowly around its tent. The sound is clear on the gravel.
Talking will make it go away. I'm just off Highway 101, west of Chapleau. So this is some very remote country, despite being right off the highway. And it's the black bear capital of the world, so I'm thinking that's a possibility. To keep the paranoia away, as I call it.
The pacing does not stop. Minutes turn into almost an hour. The animal keeps circling, never moving far away. John stays still, listening, trying to keep his mind calm.
Away, as I call it. We got 3 main tools. If you're a solo camper, I think these are well worth having with you. Even in the backcountry, it's a little extra weight, but a little air horn. That's the first line of defense, along with the headlamp. The bright light can be a good tool in trying to blind an animal that has much better night vision than ours, but would be very sensitive to light. Second line of defense, if the thing starts poking its nose at the tent, then I have got this little hatchet here, which I could whack it with this like sheath on, and worst case, take the sheath off. And then last line of defense, you might think this would be the second one, is the bear spray. If I use the bear spray in the tent, I am going to get blinded and incapacitated probably more than, let's say, a bear, if it is a bear. If it were to try and raid my tent, I'm probably going to get the worst of it. The idea being that hopefully it also gets hit and runs away, and then I can just...
He reminds himself where he is. This area is known for black bears. That thought makes the thin tent walls feel even weaker. He talks out loud, hoping the noise will scare the animal away. It does not leave.
So while I'm tempted to hop out and get in the car, turn on my headlights, that's not an option right now because I'm an idiot and I can't find my key. And the pacing continues. It's all gravel here. This is a kind of a boat launch for this little lake here. So I can hear everything on the gravel. I can hear all the footsteps, but anyway.
His car is very close, but he cannot find his keys. Stepping outside feels dangerous. Every step on the gravel sounds close, like the animal is right there waiting.
But anyway, if you're a solo camper, these are some good ways to keep your sanity. So a few bonus items. Something literally just touched my tent before I turned on the camera.
Then something touches the tent. Just once. Light, but real. John freezes. His heart races. The fear becomes sharp and heavy.
Second, there's no cell signal here. And third, I have to pee. It's really just comical, almost. And despite the paranoia, I found myself almost falling asleep here again. It's amazing.
There is no phone signal, no one nearby. The animal keeps moving around the tent, slow and patient. As the sky slowly begins to lighten, the sounds fade. The animal finally leaves. Nothing attacks, but the fear stays. This night becomes a lesson, showing how quickly a quiet camp can turn into a serious threat. That brings us to our last footage for this video. Case number 5 on November 17th, 2024. Deep in the Blue Mountains of Australia, the YouTube channel Scotty's Gone Walkabout uploaded this video showing how a peaceful camp turns unsettling after dark. He spends the day walking along a quiet mountain river, fly fishing, and looking for a place to camp.
Chuck the backpack on and we'll start making our way down the river. Now one of the main issues is the section of river I want to fish. I have to walk downstream because the only access point is just over there, so not ideal. It means it's going to be pretty easy to spook the fish.
As the sun goes down, the forest grows quiet.
Well, it's not exactly the comfiest ground to sit on. I've got some pretty exciting news I want to chat to you guys about. So yesterday on the drive out here, I actually stopped in and saw the guys from Whipper. And Whipper is the backpack brand I've been using for the last couple of months, and they're based in Katoomba in the Blue Mountains. So Rob from Whipper gave me a call a couple of months ago, and he was keen enough to jump on board and be an ongoing sponsor of the channel, which I'm super excited about because they're a great company to work with. I stopped in yesterday to see them. We're actually going to start developing my own backpack, and we're hoping to release that early next year sometime, like maybe around February or March. But yeah, we stopped in yesterday to sort of nut out a few of the design features and what kind of fabrics we want to use and the colors and things like that. So we're going to start prototyping that pretty soon. And yeah, I'm just super excited. Like, I've been wanting to make a backpack for a bloody long time, and they're honestly the perfect company to team up with because all their backpacks are handmade in Katoomba in the Blue Mountains, which is absolutely awesome to see some Australian manufacturing. There's not many people around who still make backpacks in Australia. I'm pretty sure they're like the only one. And yeah, they're just a great company to work with. Like, everyone I've met at that company, just absolute legends, and they make a really good quality product. So I think they're the perfect company to team up with as like an ongoing sponsor of the channel, and yeah, really keen to see what we can develop. So super excited about that. I've always been very sort of picky about who I take on as sponsors. Like I've been doing this channel for nearly, gosh, like 6.5 or 7 years or something like that. And I've only ever taken on 2 sponsors in the past. I've only ever had Off Grid and Cedar Summit sponsor a couple videos like earlier this year, just to, what was it, just to fund the Kimberley trip I did. But apart from that, I haven't taken on any sponsors. So when Rob rang me up, I was sort of like very sort of, wasn't hesitant, but I was very sort of like choosy about who I sort of take on. And after chatting to him and seeing kind of the products that he makes and the fact that they're all locally made, I knew that it was just a big tick and that it's the kind of company that I wanted to team up with. So very excited about that. So if you guys want to support my channel, please check out Whipper, because by you guys supporting them, it goes a long way in supporting me. And like I said, I think you guys will definitely like their gear, and yeah, really keen to see what we can develop. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I'm pretty keen to get some grub into us. Unfortunately, didn't get a fish today, so we're just gonna have to settle for some off-grid meals, but I think it's still going to be pretty tasty, so let's get that on the fire. Alright, so for dinner we're going to have these off-grid provision meals, and I've got the Wagyu Bolognese and the potato and salt bush. Now usually you're meant to sort of put this pouch in like a boiling water, like a jet boil, to heat it up, but I'm actually just going to empty the contents into these pans and we'll just heat it up over the fire. I've done it before and it's yeah, nice and easy way to do it. Oh, already that smells so good. That is delicious. Yum.
Later, he steps outside and sees small, glowing eyes in the dark. At first, they look harmless. He realizes they might be dingo pups. They move quietly, watching him from the bushes.
I just started to get a little bit closer, and they're like little puppies. I don't think they're foxes. I think they're like little dingo pups. I'll try and see if I can get close to them. There's about like 4 or 5 of them. And I couldn't see Mum, so I don't know where Mum is. But man, that's crazy. I'll see if I can film them. So they're just up there. I don't know if you can see the eyes. I'll try and get closer. It doesn't look like a fox. It looks like a dog, like a dingo. But I can't see where Mum is. Very cute. I should probably leave him in peace. I don't want Mum to come out and attack me. That was rad. That was really cool. I didn't get the entire litter, going to see that main one, but when I went up there before without the camera, I definitely saw about 4 or 5. I think they're hiding behind that tree there.
He backs away and returns to camp. Everything goes still again. Too still. The fire crackles softly, but the bush feels alert, like something is listening.
Yeah, really cool. Had a little white tip on their tail, so I don't know if that means anything. When I was doing that hunting course back in October, yeah, the second day we went out for another hunt, like a purebred dingo, like it looked as dingo as anything. It had like sort of like orangey fur, or that kind of like straw color fur, and it was probably only about 15 meters away from us, 20 meters away from us, and it was really inquisitive. It just like kept sort of like walking through the grass and stopping and looking at us. And Eamon, the guy I was with, he was sort of doing like little fox calls and deer calls just to get its attention, and it would just like sort of perk its head up and just look around. And yeah, really cool. Like, I honestly love dingoes, eh? Like, I know some people don't like them, especially like farmers and things, but man, they're just such a cool animal. We don't really have too many animals like that in Australia. That's pretty much our apex predator. And yeah, really cool. It's just a shame that bloody...
Then a sound breaks the silence. It is long, low, and chilling. Not a bark, not a howl. It rises from the darkness and sends a shock through his body. The hair on his neck stands up.
That's the main reason I don't bring Banjo out camping, so, which is quite a shame, because I'd love to get my dog out here more often, but there's just that many bloody 1080 poisons around, and the last thing you want is for your dog to pick one of those up. So anyway, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the morning. Oh. You guys hear that? That just... What is that? That just gave me the biggest chills.
The sound comes again, closer. He cannot place it. He has never heard a dog make a noise like that. The bush feels tighter now, closing in around the tent.
I don't know what that sound is.
He stays still, listening. The noise fades, but the fear stays. He keeps his knife close and waits for morning, knowing this will be a long night. By morning, the forest looks peaceful again. No tracks, no signs. But the memory of that sound in the dark follows him long after he leaves the mountains. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.